All right, welcome to Perfecting Your Conversation. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning, we go through little tips and tricks to incorporate best practices into our conversation to have better dialogue with buyers and sellers, to lead to more appointments, to lead to more closings. So I know in the past we've gone through objections, we've gone through stalls, we've gone through the full conversation, we've gone through closing tactics. So today what we're going to do is, actually, let me open this up real quick. Is it, how do I pronounce this? Is it Ashok?
Yes, Ashok.
Ashok, thanks for joining. Is there anything specific you personally want to hear or to practice or to learn when it comes to having a conversation with buyer or seller?
Basically about the rejections part of it.
The rejection, oh, that's a good one. The rejection part. Now, when you say rejection, what would be an example of that? Just so I'm on the same page as you.
The first rejection is like they are not sure. They're shopping around. So when you have a conversation with them, you're trying to convince them, you give all the information, but still they're not sure about to move forward. They come back and say, yeah, I'll think about it, and I'm still checking with other agents. So that's one of the rejections I want to overcome.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a really great one. I love working on that one. So let me talk about that really quickly. And then are you in a place, would you mind pretending to be that buyer who says, who throws that objection out at me or that rejection out at me?
Yeah, sure.
Before we jump into it, one of the biggest things to know is when someone throws something out, like, I'm not sure, I'm just looking around, I'm not ready yet, I'm shopping, you know, any of those phrases, that doesn't mean that they don't need our help. That doesn't mean they're not ready. It actually means there's some sort of barrier there that we have to get past. So we need to learn more about, the very first thing that we're going to do is learn more about the person's motivation for when they're ready, right? Why are they wanting to buy or sell in the first place? By the way, the conversation that we're about to have is interchangeable, whether it's a buyer or seller, which makes it super easier to not have to rethink the conversation. So the first thing is finding out, why are they wanting to buy or sell in the first place? What's their motivation? Then figuring out what is their actual time frame. Then we can figure out what's actually holding them back. All right, so you ready to jump in on it?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and out. I'm just going to call you up and you throw out that rejection to me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ring. Hi, is this Ashok?
Hi.
Hi, this is Alana. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Legacy. I see that you were, I got some information here that you were looking to buy a house. It's really exciting. What has you thinking about buying a house?
Well, I've been looking in the market to see if there is any good houses that I can buy.
Okay, fantastic. And now remember, don't forget to throw out the rejection to me.
Yeah.
What are you specifically looking for? What's catching your eye?
I'm looking for like a single family home with a minimum 3 bedrooms. So I'm just shopping around, but not sure when I'm going to buy, but just checking out what is there in the market.
I love that you're just kind of seeing what's out there for when you're ready. So do you currently own or rent right now?
Right now I own a townhome.
Okay. Now, when you are ready to buy a house, are you going to also look to sell your current townhouse to buy, or are you keeping that?
I haven't thought about it. I don't know if I have to sell it or to rent it. I'm still not sure.
Okay, and that's something that I can, when you're ready, that's something I can definitely help you with and provide you with some, best practices and market value for both selling it and renting it to see what puts more money in your pocket. So let me ask you, this new house that you're looking for, what, describe that for me. What do you want it to look like? I know you mentioned 3 bedrooms. What else is important to you?
Like to have a at least 2-car garage, basement, and little bit yard.
Now, what has you thinking about moving from your townhouse to a new home?
A lot of people are buying, so I'm just looking for it, but still not sure whether it's a right move or not.
A lot of it, you are absolutely right. By the way, I love that you're keeping up with the market. A lot of people are buying right now because, number one, a lot of people are selling because they're getting more money for their house these days. Just the market is hot, and a lot of people are buying because interest rates are still low. Here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to swing by your townhouse, take a look at it, provide you with just a market update on what the value would be if you did sell it, as well as a market update on the value if you rented it out. Just so you have that knowledge. Doesn't mean you're doing anything, just so you have that knowledge. And then we can sit and talk about, if you were to sell it, what would that next move look like? What location, what type of house, where would it be? Kind of take that, again, just kind of take that first step to be able to also set up that customizable search for you. So when homes do come on the market, you're seeing them right away before anybody else. How's that sound to you?
It sounds good, but I think I'm not yet ready, so I need some more time to think about it.
Okay, more completely understand that, and thank you for sharing that with me. And now, let me ask you, what time frame do you have? Do you have a time frame in mind to getting into a new house?
Not specifically, but I'm just looking around.
I forgot to ask this question. You mentioned living in a townhouse. Then when you're ready, that new house you move into, are you looking for a townhouse or some single family or some more land?
Single family. Single family with a backyard.
Okay, single family with a backyard. Do you have a backyard right now?
No, that's the drawback with the townhome.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I live in a townhouse as well, and we have a very, very tiny back deck, and that's about it. So, if you don't mind me asking, what's the backyard for? Like, what would you use that for?
Well, I have 2 kids and 1 dog, so it'll be nice to have some space for them to play around.
Oh, yeah. Where do your kids play now if you don't have a backyard? They kind of run around the house?
Something like that.
I get it. I have a daughter. Totally understand. So having this backyard to just kind of open the door and let them run free, maybe even put a playground back there, a jungle gym, something for the dog. You mentioned 3 bedrooms. Do you currently have 3 bedrooms now?
Yes.
Okay, so same amount of bedrooms. It just sounds like maybe a little more space inside and out. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, anything three plus, because we are just 4 of us with a pet. But anything 3 plus will be a good for a single family home.
Absolutely. So single family, get out of the townhouse, get into that bigger backyard so the kids have a place to run around, especially as they get older. What are their ages?
Oh, they're 6 and 4.
Oh yeah, they're running around right now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Totally get that. And their energy is only going to go bigger. Let's do this. Let me ask you, are school districts important to you? Are there certain schools and locations you want to stay in?
Not specifically at this point of time. But yeah, a good school district will be a benefit.
Okay. And the reason I asked that, so homes come on the market all the time, but they are selling very, very fast. Meaning your dream house with that backyard and that single family and the larger space, that may come on the market tomorrow and it may be gone by the very next day. So if you are just kind of looking and just browsing around, what I'd love to do is at least get those homes in front of you and get a customizable search set up for you so you can start seeing them. But you did mention not being sure if you want to sell or rent, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And that's the biggest question right now is if it is the right time or if it's the right thing to sell where you would make more money in your house, I want to at least get you that information so you have it. Versus if you want to rent it, what does that look like? How can we help you find the renters? And then what would that mean as far as money in your pocket every month to not only pay whatever mortgage you have, but maybe give you a little extra something to put away. Is that information that you feel would be beneficial to you?
Well, it will be beneficial. I had a few agents giving me some information about what is the price range they're selling and everything, but I'm still not happy with the amount they're trying to sell it. I don't think I'll be making anything out of it. And renting will be okay, but I don't think it will get me anything additional money to my pocket. It'll just cover the cost.
And build you some equity, and it's a nice asset to have. It's rentals are always, when done right, they're a great wealth opportunity for the future, and especially with kids, for the future with the kid, future for the kids. I know you mentioned a few agents provide you some information. How long ago was that?
Come again? What is that? I did not get you.
You mentioned agents providing you information.
Yeah, so they gave me a price range where they can sell, but I don't think I have that much equity on the house that I can make a profit on it or break even.
Okay.
And the renting will not help me. Means it'll be okay, but it won't cover all my cost.
Got it. Well, here's what it never hurts to get. I know you talk to an agent, it never hurts to get a second opinion. It's kind of like a doctor's office, right? And I'm an agent with Keller Williams Legacy. We're actually the nation's largest real estate brokerage. We do things a little bit differently than some other agents out there. Not good or bad, just a little differently to help really market homes out there and get them sold for top dollar. What I'd really like to do is just introduce myself, like 15 minutes, preview your home, provide you with an update on how the market is today, maybe share with you some predictions of interest rates and things of that nature for just this year, as well as do a search on some homes, provide those to you, just so you have even more information than you're probably finding looking it up online, right? Agents, we have a little more access to things than most people do just looking it up on the internet. Are you going to be around tonight at 5 or 6:30 for me to swing by and just, again, 15 minutes, introduce myself and provide you with information?
Maybe.
Okay. Could I swing by, let's say 5:30?
5:30 on Wednesday should be fine.
So tomorrow, 5:30?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll end it there. All right. Woo! You put me through the ringer. You are not easy.
Well, this is the same scenario I went through, so I'm just repeating the same thing.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Let me ask you a question. Before I go into some detail, what were a few things you took away from that?
Well, I like the way you approached. I like the way you confirmed what the client's requirement was, and give them some sort of a comfort that they're okay to get more details so that they can make a good decision in their purchasing or renting or whatever the options they have. So I like that the approach of yours. Like,
Thank you. Yes. And it's not about, here's the thing, we look at this conversation in two ways. We're either talking to someone who just needs some knowledge, need help, they need some knowledge, they need an expert to walk them through what's the best options for them, whether they're looking to sell or buy today or sell or buy in 3, 4, or 5 months from now, right? So it's not about, let me help you now. It's, let me at least get you information now to help you when you're ready,
okay.
right? Get the foot in the door, to build the relationship. The second part to this is here's the thing, we're either going to be talking to someone who is motivated and does want to move for a reason, or is not motivated. So this one's a little bit tricky, because for a while there, I'm like, well, are you really, like, I'm thinking in my head, are you really motivated? Right? Or are you just kind of spinning your wheels and maybe this wouldn't be the best appointment? That is why I asked one specific question. And the one question I asked was, where are you now? Meaning, are you in it? So you're in a townhouse. What will the new house give you that you don't have? Right? Because what we're looking to pick out of this is what's called a pain point. What was the pain point you shared?
The backyard, more rooms.
More rooms. Your kids are growing. You need more room for the dog. It sounds like they're running around the townhouse and there's no space for them to just go outside and play.
Okay.
Right. That's a pain point for a person, right? So
that's the motivation part of it. Is that what you're trying to?
Yep, exactly. Motivation is something emotional of why they want to move, right? Why they want to sell or why they want to buy. It's some sort of emotion there. It could be I need more space, which was your scenario, for a reason. It could be, it could be that you might hear someone say, well, we really want to get a smaller place because we're tired of cleaning. Right? Okay, well, they probably spend so much time cleaning. If they got their time back, what would that time do for them? Or they might say, well, I need a closer commute to work. Well, what's their commute like now? Right?
Okay.
Some pain there, like, oh my God, you're getting home at like 8 o'clock at night. You're not having dinner with the family. Like that's, again, that I'm going to just say the word again, that pain point of that person. Here's the thing. If you didn't say anything about a backyard, if you actually were like, no, I don't really care if I sell, it doesn't matter if I buy, there's no reason I want something, that would tell me you're not motivated. And I would actually say, listen, it sounds like now is not the right time. Let me set you up on a customizable search to send you some homes for you to look at, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Okay, so if they're not motivated, then we just make sure that we send some listings.
I'll set them up on that customizable search, have them email, get them automated emails from Bright MLS of the listings and different homes out there. And then I'd probably follow up with them maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. Because they're probably going to see something online that they do like, which will eventually motivate them.
Got it.
Is that helpful running through that?
Yep, that was useful.
This was a fun one. Thank you so much. I love how you made it very realistic. That was a very realistic call that you did there. All right. Any questions? That was it for this morning. That is Tuesday, Thursday. It's all about let's kick into practice. We can jump on the phones, do some lead gen, and set more appointments for the day. Any questions before we end this morning and go on and set some appointments today.
So the other thing is, this is for the buyer's side of it. Like, how about the seller side of it when it comes to listing and listing appointment? I do some listing appointments and I go, they always come back saying that, okay, I'll get back to you after presenting everything. And then I get back saying that, okay, I'll get back to you. I'm talking to other agents. So that is something like which is.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm going to answer that in the short version, and then that's actually a really fun one for us to practice on. I don't know if you're free 9 o'clock on Thursday, but I will totally use that for the practice on Thursday as well.
Unfortunately, I got a showing in another half an hour, so I need to run.
No problem. Well, really quickly, number one, if you're at the appointment for a listing, you start with their motivation again. Why are they wanting to sell their house? Where are they moving to? What's that going to do for them? What that does is, number one, it shows that you care. It sets you apart and you're building a relationship. Most agents go in and they solely talk about price. If you make it about the person first and price second, they're more likely to choose you. The second is always go with the exclusive right to sell completely filled in.
Okay.
And it's the price that you leave blank. So they, you know, after you tour the house, after you walk through motivation, you sit at their table and you say, hey, let's get you to, let's get you off to Texas to be closer to your family. Let's take advantage of this market. And you hand them a pen and you hand them the exclusive right to sell for them to sign. Now, if they start, well, I'm interviewing other agents, blah, blah, blah. One question that's fantastic is, what are you looking for in the agent that you choose? What's most important to you in the agent you choose to get your home sold? Find out from them. It's actually a really good question to start with.
So what is the most important thing you're looking from an agent?
What do you want agent that you choose to help get your home sold? Not list it, but sell it. Get it sold. What are they looking for? What do they want out of that agent? Now that's going to tell you how to guide the conversation. If they're like, well, I really want someone who's going to communicate with me, make sure we're getting top dollar, negotiate, really help us sell it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Now you kind of know how to tailor your conversation to hit those points. Not this morning, but I'm more than happy to set up a time to kind of go through and role play that with you and just practice what that looks, or practice what that sounds like at the appointment, and actually go through a full listing appointment with you.
Okay.
So what is, let me just make sure I have your information here. In the chat box, I'm actually going to put my cell number. If you can text me, what I'll do is I'll text you back a few different time options and see what works best for you. And I am more than happy to jump on a Zoom with you, jump on the phone, and we can just kind of walk through that listing appointment to lock in the signature. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to helping with the listing appointments, and have a fantastic day.
Okay, perfect. By chance, do you have any scripts for any of these things?
I have scripts for almost everything. Yes. I will definitely, let me make sure I have your best email address. Are you able to put your email in the chat box?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, throw your email in the chat box right now, and then I will get you some scripts. I will say it's probably not going to be today because my day's back to back, but it will be this week.
Sounds good. Okay, perfect.
Awesome. And I'm keeping an eye out here in the chat box for your email.